Welcome to the Holy Cross Prep Gymnasium. We've got non-conference basketball here on this Thursday night. On this Sunday night, it's going to be interesting as Lenape visits Holy Cross in non-conference play. I'm Dan Wilkins. I am joined by Damian Waiters on the call. This is going to be an interesting game where this is two teams that are in very different directions right now. Lenape is 12-6, but when we were talking about this team in December, it was like they were the hot shot. They were the number one team. They started out 9-0, but a loss to Cherry Hill East in mid-January really changed everything, and now they're on a bit of a skid. They're 12-6.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about teams like Lenape. You talk about teams like Atlantic City, teams that were ranked probably one of the top 25, closer to like top 30, maybe 35 teams in the beginning of the stage, and then really just a sign of just big schools that have kind of taken a step back when it comes to their programs. But nonetheless, looking to get a W today and a strong program for Lenape.
And then Marcus Bullock and company, Holy Cross, 14-3. Listen, this is their home floor, and they get to cap off the weekend their way. This has been a tournament that's been going, or a showcase that's been going on since Friday. It's been really fun to watch, but Holy Cross is a team that's led by a lot of guards. They've got some very heavy scorers. Jordan Owens recently joined the 1,000-point club, and then Joey Martino is another senior who really accompanies this Holy Cross offense very well.
Yeah, 1,000 points for Owens. I mean, he's really going to look to kind of weather the storm against the Lenape team that's going to be playing very, very big down low. But you should see some small ball there from Bullock and his squad, absolutely.
Yeah, Holy Cross 14-3. They were the number 2 seed in South Jersey non-public B last year. They lost to Rutgers Prep in the semifinals, and now there's no better way to close out the Holy Cross weekend than with Holy Cross themselves as they face off against Lenape. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We've got it squared away, though, as the 12-6 Lenape Indians visit the 14-3 Holy Cross Lancers. We've got a great one. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters. We'll be right back. Well, they said that the introductions would not disappoint as we've got Lenape and Holy Cross. Holy Cross, a team on its way up. They've won their last 6 straight. Meanwhile, Lenape, a team that just came off of a 4-game winning streak. And I should say, they didn't lose their first game to Cherry Hill East. No, they lost their first game to Seneca, a Seneca team that won on a half-court buzzer beater back in mid-January. And really, they've only won 3 games. Rumson Fairhaven, Rancocas Valley, and Timber Creek. since that day, January 13th. We're ready to go. Lenape in white, Holy Cross in black. A sold-out crowd. Standing room only in the Holy Cross Preparatory Academy. The tip goes off and past the scorer's table. So we'll have to redo that one. They're going to ask to reset the clock back to a full 8 minutes. Let's try that again. We're underway. Owens almost lost it immediately, and you can hear the Holy Cross student section coming out in full force for this Sunday night matinee in the Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Martino on the left wing. High pass to Owens. Underhand feed to the point guard. Back to the right. Tristan Ganges is number 3. Jordan Owens, number 11. Josh Swain on the far corner. Moving back out to the top. Martino resets. A 40-second possession for Holy Cross. Pass gets away. Lenape ball.
Those dribble handoffs for Holy Cross are you can see with those dribble handoffs for Holy Cross earlier on, they're trying to get something set up.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to figure something out to get this advantage early. In the nightcap of this Holy Cross Prep Showcase, over 20 games across 4 days, as there's a 3. Lighten it up to start.
Great shot.
Is number 21, Brent Halfpenny. But Halfpenny looking to be the $1 million man for Lenape this evening. And 2 great head coaches as well, Marcus Bullock and Matt Wolf. Ball gets away, Lenape recovers, up, fouled by Martino. And we'll have 2 foul shots, as taking a hard hit that time was Nolan Barnes.
Barnes with a great drive to the hoop. You know, a Holy Cross not too deep on the bench. Lenape a lot more deeper.
Listen to this crowd. Makes his first. That is one of the most stoic things you can do as an opposing player, is have basically a student section in your face, screaming like a bunch of wild animals, and then make both. Nolan Barnes knocks down both, and with 1:30 in, Lenape's on a 5-0 run. But if you rewind the tape to the last game, Cherry Hill East started on a 7-0 run, and look how that ended for them.
Yeah.
Their first loss of the season, 17-1, a 40-32 fall to Holy Spirit. Ganges moves in from the semicircle, too strong, batted up, batted back. They'll try to rebound front iron. Martino goes up, he's got some height on that. Up, foul. Josh Swain got hit, so after a handful of attempts, whoa! Already a man down. We might have a flop tech here. I don't know if Josh Swain is going to get called for a technical. Lenape's clapping. That should be a flop tech.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to call that time.
There's no chance. I mean, with all due respect.
Obviously, the last game, like you saw, Cherry Hill East and Holy Cross going Holy Cross away, and started to get a little bit chippy. Not sure if you saw too much of that, but started to get a little bit chippy at the end of that one, Dan.
Yeah,
this one starts starting early with the chippiness, of course.
I'm going to look back at the video now.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah. That's a little bit of both. Owens does kind of push off of him a little bit. But now, what? Okay, so they're sending Josh Swain to the line for a T free throw. See how many he gets. Misses his first. I'm confused here.
I'm really confused.
I'm really confused about what the deal is here.
I'm not sure what the tie-up was.
I mean, Owens did look like he pushed him.
Yeah.
But it also looked like the Lenape player flopped. So they're going to give them both T foul shots. Almost like offsetting penalties in football.
Just seemed interesting that time.
Swain made his second. Really weird there. But the first goes.
Not being frazzled early on at the free throw line, despite the Holy Cross, student section is Barnes. Able to knock down 3, able to knock down 4 early free throws here in the game for Lenape. Indians up 7-1, and can only imagine what the stamina issues might be for Holy Cross. Deep, obviously much. The bench obviously much deeper. For the Indians.
Barnes made both. Goes out of bounds.
At that time, it's no good. Oh, deal. Give the possession to Holy Cross. Be Martino on the inbound. The thing about the Lancers is they won't be dazzled, or they won't be frazzled. Excuse me. They won't get out of their set. They're down 7-1 right now. But they won't get out of what they want to do. Kick to the corner.
Yeah, now moving inside here. Here comes a 3. No good.
They gotta watch out though. Again, just can't shoot that.
Moving back out to the top. Barnes with a 7-1 run for Lenape. Barnes has 5 of those, including 2 tech shots. Here comes the top of the key. No good 3. Feeding it back out. Lenape tries to save it. Holy Cross eventually gets it after a little hot potato there. Moving up. Owens. Rather Swain. Good.
Yeah, and Swain has really good size, especially for the position he's playing right now. It's a little bit of forward action for number 0, Josh Swain. 6'5" senior.
And Barnes goes up and gets another lay. That's 9-3. He's got 7 points. A Lenape team that's 12-6. Went 20-10 under the well-respected head coach Matt Wolf. And a team that 2 years ago went 28-2.
Yeah, for Lenape, it's just been good basketball. It's been good regular season basketball. Wow.
We've got a foul. Going up with it for the foul and 1 is, pardon me, excuse me, trying to fix something there. Owens, the 1,000-point scorer. He'll get the foul and 1. Yeah, we are aware there's a bit of a technical issue with the stream. It's a little bit laggy, but we're not seeing any issues with the Wi-Fi on our end. So we're going to try to fix it at either the end of the quarter or at the next timeout. It's 9-6. Owens now with 3 points after making both foul shots. This one will be brought up by Jaden Boyd. Guarded by Ganges. Has to establish the pivot foot, tips it up. And the game of hacky sack goes to Holy Cross. Martino trapped.
I'm not going to lie to you, Dan. Boyd was very lackadaisical with the ball in that last possession.
And it gets intercepted now.
That was great awareness.
Brett Halfpenny picked that one up. Now Lenape's got to try to move. We've got to travel. Holy Cross's student section loving it. They do trail by 3.
Cross trying to close the gap. Stopping that run and trying to get back into this game. Just over midway through the first.
Here comes a steal. Look out. Whoa, ball got hit. Did they call a foul or is it out of bounds? Martino not happy. And now inbounding this one, there was no foul. We go back to Barnes. 3:20 left in the first here from Holy Cross Prep in Delran, New Jersey, just off of Route 130 in Burlington County. 2 BCSL schools, the top 2 seeds. And we've got an offensive foul. But I'll tell you, Damian, Lenape is number 1 in the Burlington County tournament. We saw those seeds came out earlier this week. Holy Cross is number 2. There's only, well, I should say a fair number of teams got a first round bye. There were only 3 play-in games. Riverside Cinnaminson is one of them. And then Holy Cross would play the winner of Medford Tech and Pemberton. So most of the first round is set except for who Holy Cross plays and except for who Lenape plays as well in a tournament that has 19 teams. The third play-in game is Morristown Friends and Florence to be played on Tuesday the 13th, or rather Friday the 13th. We've got another foul. Who's this going to be on?
Well, they called against Holy Cross.
Yeah, that's going to be against Ryan Gerchak.
Foul's going a lot of way. But like you said, Dan, I mean, 19 teams in the tournament. You know, there's a lot of basketball to be played. And a lot of upsets to be had. One thing I love about high school basketball in New Jersey.
Especially during conference tournament season and county tournament season, as that ball went out of bounds. Went to the feet of the photographers. Martino will bring this one up. He'll try to bring this one up slowly. 2:20 in the first. Moving up and in. Swain wanted a foul, but he'll have to settle for a basket to make this a one-point game, 9-8.
We saw Holy Cross use it immensely in the last game. The beautiful backdoor cut, one of the most fundamental moves when it comes to.
There's a three.
Another three that time.
Half penny worth his weight in gold.
Yes, he is.
His second triple.
What a shot.
12-8.
When it comes to a motion set, especially in the half court, I mean, that backdoor cut. That's why you can't ball watch the defense. Oh, what a steal that time by Barnes.
And Barnes with a pass, a foul, and a basket, and one. Jaden Boyd stares down the Cross student section and walks away. As he speaks not with his mouth, but with his athleticism, Jaden Boyd gets a foul and one. Will go up for a three-point play.
And the referee telling Boyd, you know, he kind of saw that stare down, kind of saw the tensions are rising, but, you know, that's what a student crowd can do. It's what a student section is supposed to do. You know, kind of get you rattled and off your game. Boyd is
missed it. That's Lenape's first missed foul shot of the quarter. We've got 1:30 left here in the nightcap of the Holy Cross Showcase. Our fifth game of the day. Swain, three from the corner. Swain to Gerchak. As Swain was losing his balance.
I mean, that time, it was just a beautiful shot on the kick.
He lost it, Boyd lost it.
Yeah, Matt Wolf wants to set up something. Wonder what it is. Great motion against the man defense. Boyd, a deep three.
Yeah, Boyd.
I can't imagine that would have been the shot.
I don't think that was the shot either. 35 seconds. Taking his time.
Deep defense. And
now a feed out to the corner. Out on the baseline. No, foul. So we got 4 fouls on each side. Next foul is a bonus, but we've got 24 seconds left.
And Ganders caught that ball deep in the corner. Kind of saw Colin Myers, number 20, running towards him for Lenape.
Oh, there you go. Game-tying three.
Owen's not afraid to shoot that at all.
He's got 6 points. We're down to our last 15 seconds of the first.
Got the big man up top.
Yeah, 5 seconds now going up. Boyd gets it to fall. Lenape takes the lead. Martino lets it fly. He got it off, but it's short. And Lenape in a high-scoring first, 16-14. Quite the contrast from the Cherry Hill East game. We'll take a quick break. We're going to try to fix that technical issue, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. We still have Burlington County basketball. Quarter one down, 3 more to go. As it's 16-14 Lenape. Taking it up is Barnes. In the first, what we saw from Lenape was a strong run followed by a valiant comeback by Holy Cross, but a late basket by Jaden Boyd gave the Indians the lead going into the first break. Boyd stops, gets it back out, almost got swiped away by Swain, and we're back out on the right.
There's no hesitation to double the basketball, especially when it's in Boyd's hands now.
Yeah, Boyd has been a very efficient scorer, along with Nolan Barnes, as going up, fouled on the way down on the attempt by Dante Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz, a great slip on the cut right there, able to catch it and just go straightly up. Very, 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 very strong take, no matter who's down there, going to take it up. You know, 6'7" Tristan Gange is down there.
Yeah, Tristan Ganges has done very well so far.
Drawn by Gerchek, also a big body, number 12. First shot was up and down for Lenape. No good, but Diaz able to get his rebound, and that is just absolutely disheartening if you're a Holy Cross defense. I mean, you never want to let up, even though Boyd threw it away
And
off the hands that time of Myers.
Yeah, another one there that just Lenape is trying to, you know, play their best here versus Holy Cross, and Holy Cross not giving them the best shake. But Martino will take this one up.
Both Martino, Joey Martino, number 2, Ryan Gerchek, number 12, for the Lancers, playing some hard basketball here early in the first half. They have their team only down 3 and keeping a minute.
Swain spinning around. Back out. No good on the 3. 3-point lead for Lenape. Moving back out, another quick pass from Martino. Another 3 does not fall that time from Tristan Ganges.
And even though both of those 3-point shots did not fall that time for Holy Cross, if you're Lenape, you have to step out on that. You know, Owens, that's kind of been his role so far here in this game. Hasn't been too much of a playmaker or ball handler, trying to set up shots for teammates. Open shot that time. Ganges had the open 3-point shot. Will be a foul. Looked like Owens just a little bit too hard with the body on Barnes.
Barnes does pick up the foul. It's Holy Cross's 3rd of the quarter.
They're checking in Halfpenny back into the game. He has 2 threes. So now it'll kind of be the same. Kind of be the same little bit of direction here on the defensive side for Holy Cross. It's how to step out on those 3-point shots. Halfpenny not afraid to shoot them. There it is. You see the switch off. Halfpenny down low. He came up top. Now Ganges is on him. Switch off of Martina.
Back on the top is Boyd on the left. Now moving in, stopping beneath the basket. Now for a long 2.
What a shot by Diaz. You know, coming off the bench onto the scorecard and right back on defense.
Yeah, great stuff there from Dante Diaz as he gets his first points. 19-14. Now moving back to the top. Taking his time at the top of the key, guarded. Contact, they keep it alive, bounce pass to Martino.
Yeah, none of those 2-point shots, none of those fadeaway shots that Swain's been able to get are going to
be able to make nice! Martino to Gerchek with the finish.
That pass so high up in the air Martino was. He thought he was going to kick it to the corner, but just able to just leave it down low on the short corner for Gerchek, and an easy up and down in the 2-point basket.
Lenape with possession. Boyd almost lost it, and Matt Wolf calls a timeout. We will take a quick break. 5:10 left in the second. Checking back in, we missed a 2-point basket by Lenape. Matt Wolf called a 30-second timeout for the Indians.
Martino with the basketball, and now really just trying to look to get around this hard defense. Wolf wanted to travel. No go, and this time the timeout will go to Holy Cross.
So Marcus Bullock will call a timeout as well. We'll stay here. 21-16 as we'll get all caught up. There's 4:32. It's a 30. Damian, this has been an interesting game so far, but Holy Cross has kept Lenape accountable, and they've certainly forced their fair share of missed shots.
Yes, they absolutely have, Dan. And, you know, even with the short bench that they have, really only playing – they've only played 6 players so far. Excuse me, 7 players so far. So the, kind of what we saw for Holy Cross last game. Excuse me, kind of what we saw from Holy Spirit last game. Just really having the deep bench, but not really playing that many players. Really, a little bit of Tom Thibodeau-esque coaching style we see from Marcus Bullock and his squad. Not really playing too deep on the bench. You know, we really just want 5 to 7 guys that are really going to put it all out there for the entirety of the game.
Martino inbounds to Gerchek, and he'll bring it to Martino with 4:25 left in the second. Yeah, Martino, the strong point guard for Holy Cross.
Gage wanted to set up. Swain wanted to set up.
Yeah, Swain gets fouled on his way up. The foul is called against Colin Myers.
But you can really see what Holy Cross is trying to work here. Both of those guys kind of wanted to look in the high post. Number 3, Tristan Ganges wanted a high post look right around the top of the key. So, but you know, he turned around, gave it to Swain, and a good take that time. First free throw shot up and down for number 0, Josh Swain. But you know, the Lancers, they want to take advantage of what it means to be big down inside. You know, Ganges 6'7", Swain 6'5". Gerchek right around that, looks about right around that maybe like 6'2", 6'3" mark. But, you know, a bigger body, stout down low.
Nolan Barnes bringing this one up for Lenape. Back out to the top, now to the left for Myers. Barnes again, he'll shoot from the top of the key for 3. Nolan Barnes, nothing but net that time. He's got 10 points, and it's a 6-point lead for Lenape.
Well, the one thing about the three-point shot, Dan, you know, I've heard it sometimes from some parents and coaches. They always wonder, why is that kid shooting from so deep? Well, you know, some kids, depending on who's shooting it, some people, they just put a little bit too much strength on their shot. You know, that time, Nolan Barnes, a little bit too much strength on it, but just deep enough for it to fall right into the basket as we get a foul down low in the short corner. That was on number 12 for Lenape.
So that's going to be on Myers. He's going to check out, and they will sub in number 11 in Dante Diaz. So it's going to be Diaz, Halfpenny, and then Will Bunting, Nolan Barnes, and Jaden Boyd on the floor for the Indians. Out on the left, trying to force that one in there is Danks. 6-man off the bench is Gerchek. Wanted to catch and shoot. Instead, fires it to the top. Martino drives, spins. Gerchek resets. Inside the 3-point line, it's back to Martino outside.
They want the look down low. Halfpenny not giving it to him. That was a good way to get around that setup that time.
Referee counting down. They get out of it. Swain, contact, up, no foul. Yes, there is a foul. It was late. Matt Wolf not happy about that call.
My, oh my, Dan.
That's the 3rd foul against Lenape this quarter. And Josh Swain will go to the line with just under 3 minutes to play in the first half.
That call was later than 295 traffic will have you. My goodness, that call, you know, and
I think that's part of the reason why Matt Wolf and company were so upset, because of how late it was. It's
100%.
Either, listen, it comes down to a split-second decision, and I'm sure in their eyes, the ref should either make the call now or don't make the call at all. Don't make it late.
Yes.
I think that's what they're mostly upset about, not the foul itself. Because if it's there, it's there. But it's the timing of it.
Yeah, the timing, 100.
Swinging around the world, it's Diaz, and it gets taken away. Here comes Swain. Hello! Josh Swain puts an exclamation point on that possession. It's back to a 2-point game as Holy Cross shakes up the gym with a slam. And that gets away.
Oh.
Halfpenny dives. He's on the backcourt line, but we have a foul. Marcus Bullock vehemently wanted a backcourt violation, and I think that he was right.
Things really starting to pick up here as we come down. Only 2:22 left in the first half of play, and Josh Swain, a dunk, hard foul, try to get the ball away from Halfpenny on the 50-50 ball. Things are turning up.
Both teams now have 3 fouls in the second quarter. 24-22. Lenape, another scramble. Boyd saves it. They've got 3-on-1. Martino leaps. Swain comes away again to tie it. It's good. Josh Swain, 12 points. Comeback complete. Game tied.
And one thing you like to say, one thing you love to say, Dan, same song, different verse. On the right side, once again, last time a dunk, this time a layup this time for Josh Swain. It was beautiful, tie game. 12
points in the first half for number 0, Josh Swain. Another miss on the left end of the floor by the Lenape Indians. We are tied as Joey Martino will bring this one up. Martino fires it out.
Just the 5 heard the motion call, but guys, just a little bit tired here. Gange has been number 3, Tristan Ganges. He gets fouled that time by Dante Diaz of the Indians. He's been working heavily down low to get positioning for the Lancers. Obviously, we've seen what number 0, Josh Swain, has been able to do on the offensive and defensive side in the last couple of minutes for Holy Cross, and just the bigger guys are really putting a beating down. Gerchek's been playing amazing defense. Really trying to put something together as far as getting out in a little bit of a lead here late in the second.
Martino bounce pass to Swain. Swain on the right side. He's guarded by Lazowski. Martino resets on top of the Lancer logo. 1 minute, 24-24 in the first half. In the dwindling seconds of the first half, down to under a minute. Gerchek on the far wing. Back out to the right side. Swain, the leader of this Holy Cross team, makes a man miss, and he gets the basket.
The game is moving very slow right now for Josh Swain. I mean, able to get guys on the pump fake, the pass fake, getting guys in the air. It's really beautiful.
We've got a foul. I tell you, that these Lenape and Holy Cross players, they're playing on Josh Swain's time right now.
Yes.
He is controlling the game at his own pace, and he's not even a point guard. It's Joey Martino that's the point guard. He's usually the guy to slow things down as Barnes gets the lay. 12 points. We're tied up with 30 seconds. Up and a foul. I will tell you, both of these teams are incensed.
Absolutely.
With some of these calls. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with all of them, but you can just tell from the atmosphere in the gym that neither team has been thrilled. That's Lenape's 5th foul. Holy Cross has the bonus.
From the time I walked into this gym, and that was during the Lawrence West Hampton game, there has been nothing but true passion from every single coaching staff. I mean, guys really going heavy for their guys, heavy for calls, heavy for their players, arguing calls back and forth with these referees.
Martino makes his first. And it's a 1-point lead to establish the offset with 20 seconds left in the half. Boyd out to the top after the pass from Halfpenny. Back to Barnes. We'll have a foul. Did you hear that Holy Cross student section?
I did.
They counted a couple seconds ahead to try to.
They're trying to get him off his rocker a little bit.
I've seen it before. I saw it happen with Pennsgrove not a few years back, like last year in a Tri-County Flight C game. Kingsway was up by like 30 at the end of the half, and with 10 seconds left, the Kingsway student section counted down 5 seconds ahead, made him shoot a shot from half court, and he airballed it. It was one of the most convincing student section moments I had seen. Barnes makes both. Lenape leads. Back over to Martino. We've got 6 on the clock. Martino all alone. Back out. Quick catch, quick shoot. Can't go. He's running out of time. No good. Tristan Ganges couldn't get the shot to fall, and Lenape leads by 1 at the end of the half, but it's certainly not representative about how these two teams have played. A really back-and-forth matchup with Holy Cross getting the better of Lenape, but at the end, the Indians still lead by 1 at the halftime break.
Yeah, I mean, what a back-and-forth half that was. Both Lenape putting up really good shots, Holy Cross starting to get really good shots to fall in the second quarter. I can only see what the last 16 minutes of basketball have in store for us, Dan.
It's going to be fun. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Lenape 28, Holy Cross 27. We'll be right back.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need. And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives. If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research. Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear. Woo!
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
You know, Jersey is the number 2 seed. It's one time leaving the bases loaded. Mansfield 19-0 in the first round, which was even larger than Audubon's 16-0 win over Paulsboro. as the 1 seed in the first round. That one's hit out towards center field straight away. Oh, she misjudged it. Got over her head in center field. Now this one's got a chance to be 3 bases for Spire. She's flying around third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. What a way to kick off a semifinal with an inside the park home run. Emma Spire, who will take her talents to the Great Danes after 2026, lights up the scoreboard. And it gets past everybody. Graham will go back to position with no goal scored. They'll count down the time out loud here. Out to the left. One final shot, and it gets through. How about a buzzer beater? How do you do? It's a lead extending goal for Justin Lewis. Ugly to end the day for Luke Pokrovsky. Little pop-up, first base side, he calls for it, and for the first time in 33 years, the Charlotte Cougars will hoist the trophy and face Middlesex on Monday. 4-3, Cougars win it. And in the battle of green and gold, the trophy stays true with the visitors. What a finish! And Shalleck will pack their bags for Middlesex and the Blue Jays when the weekend turns around to Monday. Eppolite, you know, he's, again, one time leaving the bases loaded is frustrating enough. Doing it twice in a row. Oh, how about this? Line drive. They're going to, no, he's throwing it around the infield. They're going to throw him out at first. He's out. I have never seen that before. That is a 5-4-3 ground out because the third baseman thought he caught it. The home plate umpire said no, so he threw it around the infield and then got the out at first anyway because the batter thought he was out.
The batter stopped. The third baseman thought
Everybody
he caught
stopped.
it, and it touched.
Welcome back. Second half ready to go here from Holy Cross Preparatory Academy. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters. On the call, Ben Wilden on the production Technical woes aside, it's 28-27 at halftime. Lenape leads by 1. I would honestly say neither team needs to change much. It's been very close, very well contested. Lenape's gone on a few runs that have put them ahead, and then Holy Cross has struck right back. But I think the one thing that the winners right now, Lenape, should have to change, their shot selection hasn't been all that great. They've taken a lot of deep threes that just haven't really fallen, especially from Nolan Barnes and Jaden Boyd. I'd like to see them move inside more, take advantage of the height that they do have, because they are pretty even with Holy Cross. I mean, you've got the one big man for each team. You know, you do have Tristan Ganges for Holy Cross. You've got Xavier Chapman for Lenape.
Yep.
Everybody else is pretty equal.
Absolutely. When you want to talk about you even said it too. You know, Holy Cross plays a lot of that small ball guard type of basketball type of play, other than Ganges down low, and Lenape's doing a great job to match that. I feel like Holy Cross really did a good job of, in the second quarter, especially in the second quarter, settling into their style of play and their brand of basketball.
28-27 Lenape. Nolan Barnes leads the scoring with 14 for the Indians. Josh Swain has also 14 for Holy Cross. That's up and in. That's your first basket of the second half, courtesy of Jordan Owens. And you can see Joey Martino already with the full court pressure.
And does the pressure ever turn off for a player like number 2, Joey Martino?
I don't think it does.
Lancers?
I don't think it does.
I mean, just completely locked in when it comes to being just a defensive pest.
Boyd back out to Myers. There was a good screen on that last possession by Chapman. Now moving in, right hand, Barnes up and in. Back to a one-point game. The back and forth affair continues. As out in the far corner is Owens. He's got Martino to his right. He fires to him. Goes back to the top of the key for Gerchik. Owens taking his time. He's on the volleyball line. Owens up, fouled.
They won't be rushed. You know, they won't be put into a situation that they feel like they can't back out of and, you know, can't handle. We talked about the shot clock. You know, I believe it was in the last broadcast. Okay, one scoreboard went off. Okay, there it is. We talked about the shot clock, you know, being something that's so hugely talked about, and one thing that it allows you to do in New Jersey basketball, kind of step back and assess the situation, get your guards the ball, get everything to kind of calm down, and really see a defense for what it is.
Owens made his first foul shot. He's got 9. The game is tied. No good. And we've got a foul immediately after the foul shot. Halfpenny picked up the rebound. Owens gets charged with a foul.
Halfpenny tried to box out Owens that time.
And he did so successfully.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He got the rebound, but the foul was as he was coming down. Owens put a little bit too much contact into it. Back to Boyd. Boyd is 4. Only 4 scorers in this first sector here for Lenape. Barnes with 4, Halfpenny with 6, Boyd with 4, Dante Diaz off the bench with 2. That one is knocked down. Here comes Tristan Ganges, the 6'7" forward, right in front of his student section. Picasso couldn't have painted that one better, as you've got a turnover. Everything going right for the Lancers as of late. 32-30, it's their ball.
Yeah, I mean, on the backside, I couldn't really see who was running, try to get into the defensive position that time to try to block that dunk Ganges had, but who would have wanted to, you know? I mean, kind of went a very strong 6'7", good frame. It was a strong dunk that time to put Holy Cross ahead.
Martino over to Gerchik, feeds it out. Wanted to see if Danks was going to take a shot there. He did not, but it's back to Owens. Yeah, the only benchman on the floor for Holy Cross is Jalen Banks, the 5'10" junior. He's got 48 career points in 3 seasons of varsity play. Gerchik on the right side, guarded by Halfpenny. Over to the left wing for Jalen Banks. Martino with a little bit of a shuffle and a foul.
Wow.
And Boyd staying stoic as always, but it'll be Lenape's second team foul.
You can never count a basketball team out based on the number of players that they have. You know, a team, and I'm sure a team like obviously we see here with the Holy Cross Lancers and Marcus Bullock's squad, very good stamina. A lot of these teams are very well set to be on the basketball for 32 minutes more if needed.
Here comes a three, no good. Yeah, Holy Cross is a very small roster, only 10 players listed on the varsity roster, and then we have 4 that haven't seen the floor at all. Meanwhile, Lenape, grand total of 15 on the varsity roster. Loses it, goes back to the top for Halfpenny. Moving to the right side for Colin Myers. Halfpenny with a bullet pass. Left side, back to Barnes, who resets. He has 16 points for the Lenape Indians. Moving back out. Yeah. Here comes a three, Halfpenny fouled.
Halfpenny was fouled that time on a three-point shot. I believe it would go on Martino, but I'm surprised that they didn't call, a reach-in foul. Josh Swain had the ball down low and was getting his arms kind of curled up in between the defender. Nonetheless, Halfpenny would go to the line for three.
32-30, Halfpenny at the line. First one is no good. Let's take a look at the standings in the Olympic American for Lenape. Hold on. Referees are going over to the sideline. They're going to a fan. They're asking somebody to leave. All right, at least they might be warning somebody. 2 refs just came over and a security guard. Multiple security guards are talking to a fan who is sitting at half court. We have seen a handful of fans who have made their disgruntlings known. And I think the refs are going to ask them to take care of this. I mean, this is a long time that the referees are talking to this fan.
Absolutely.
If they wanted to kick him out, they just, they have all the authority to, but they're talking to him for an extended period of time here. I don't know what happened, but there's something going on over here.
It's like maybe something was said. I'm confused.
They're
telling somebody to calm down.
There's one fan over there on the left side. He's in the blue shirt with the headphones on. And he was pointing at somebody down there. And yeah, I mean, the nightcap of this showcase that has already had its twists with emotion and tension. And the ref just asked a Holy Cross assistant to sit down. So refs are laying down the letter of the law today.
Definitely.
Halfpenny missed his first shot. He missed his second and now makes his third. He's got 7. And it's back to 32-31. Martino blazing in there.
Wasting no time.
Yeah, not wasting any time at all. 4:30 left in the third. He's guarded by Myers. Back to the top. Feeds it to Ganges. To the left. Swain inside. Can't get it to fall. Lenape with a great defensive stand that time. As Lenape looking to push the pace. Barnes with a nice hook pass out to the far corner.
And the motion Barnes got that time was a great idea on the pump fake. Got his man in the air, dribble drive, kick to the corner. But Holy Cross being very disciplined on defense. It's going to take a little bit of more motion than that.
And after all, it's been able to extend the play. Very typical Olympic Conference play. Very long possessions. It was almost an antithesis to see this game at 16-14 at the end of the first, given how the Olympic American and really the Olympic National by extension play.
This is great defense. Every single switch and every single switch off for Holy Cross is it's been amazing.
This possession has been over a minute now for the Lenape Indians. As now Barnes looking to close it off. He feeds it to Myers for 3. Colin Myers gives Lenape the lead.
Greatly needed that time. Colin Myers in the corner. Just nobody near him. A little bit of a routine shot.
It goes back to Swain. I mean, that is a perfect possession with no shot clock. It takes a long time to develop, but once it does, It's a perfect finish. Up, no good. Lenape brings it down. They save it on the baseline. And now here comes in transition. Nolan Barnes blocked by Swain. Coming back at it again. Now another chance. Fouled. You can kind of see the difference in emotion. On the left side of your screen, the Holy Cross fans are clapping. On the right side of your screen, the Lenape fans are not thrilled about the call. But when you split a gym in half, you know, you're going to hear different things from different people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, the one thing I say is that as an observer of sports, you know, if I'm not covering a game that involves my alma mater, Audubon, I do find it interesting how, you know, in today's world of sports, a lot of people think that they're always right. And that applies for both sides. That applies for both 100%. Sides. Every team that I've ever seen, everybody thinks they're always right. And the few that don't think they're always right are some of the best people you could be around.
Absolutely.
But this is a lively atmosphere. This is a great place to be, regardless of what has happened on or off the floor. This has been a great game. As Myers back out to the top. Was fed to Boyd. Got a good screen there from Halfpenny. Here comes a three. Corner, no good. Martino comes down with it. For just joining us, 2:15 left in the third. Martino made a miss in Colin Myers.
He's pushing the pace heavy here. And I'm sure once they get into the true motion, you'll see something happen.
Will Bunting was able to break that one up, and now it goes down. Foul! That's going to be on Holy Cross. It's their team's third of the third quarter in a tie game, 34 apiece.
That was just a great steal there. You know, he wanted to put – it was a great job that time by just putting your body in between the ball and the defender, especially if you know a pass could be coming to the top of the key. Just put your back – just put your butt to the ball, put your face into the defender, and put your arm up. Try to get into that passing lane in the perfect time that time.
Moving back over.
We'll set something up.
1:45 left in the third quarter. Here from Holy Cross Prep and Delran. Another foul. Barnes got hit on his way up. Really no contesting that one. That was just a straight foul. And at the line will be Nolan Barnes. We've talked about him at length tonight. The senior, 721 career points, 299 in his swan song campaign, 18 games, 12.7 points per game. 62, now 63 for 77 at the line, an impressive 81% mark. Which again, 81% is good in the NBA, but in the high school level, even a 60 to 65% free throw shooter is considered pretty good, honestly. And that's just a product of the game. But Barnes makes both. And the Indians take a 36-34 lead. Here comes a corner three from Swain. No good. Back out to the top. Gerchik resets. 1 minute, 30 seconds in the third quarter.
It's a good job that time by Boyd to switch that off. The rebound was grabbed right over Dante Diaz's head by the big man for Holy Cross, Tristan Ganges. And that's a big size difference right there. You want to play Boyd down low, try to have a better shot at that rebound.
Holy Cross keeping a long possession. Back to Martino. He'll take his first three of the night. It's no good. Diaz brings down the rebound with force. 36-34 Lenape. 1:05 to play in the third. Boyd spins, fires, no good. Comes back down for the Lancers. And still pushing the pace here is Martino. He'll stop on it. He spins, stops in the paint. I think you might have seen a travel there missed, but
you know, Lenape fans wanted to travel heavy that time.
I think they were right in doing so. I think he took an extra step, but we'll resume. 35 seconds, a lob inside.
See, that's just
foul,
a big size difference.
And one.
And there it is, and once again, let me see the last possession. I want to point out some of the last possession. Boyd told Dante Diaz, switch off. I'll be down low. I'll guard Tristan Ganges. And you come down low again. Dante Diaz, you know, kind of just had to pick up basketball a little bit. Picks up Ganges on the down low, and the entry pass was too easy that time for somebody 6'7" compared to somebody who's maybe 5'10", 5'11".
Tristan Ganges makes the foul shot. He's got 5. And waiting for the sub to come in, and Halfpenny. He'll sub in for Dante Diaz. 33 seconds left in the third quarter. 4 fouls on each side. So next foul brings up the bonus. Ball came out briefly. Barnes back to Boyd. Bounce pass inside. Gerchek almost had it. Barnes with a sweet move. Didn't go. Back to the Holy Cross Lancers. 15 seconds. Martino got tripped up. We stay alive. 7 seconds. Up. There's another foul.
I mean, Joey Martino, Holy Cross. He's like a road runner out there. Just small, very fast, able to stay on his feet, stay on the dribble.
Some blazing speed that time for the 5'9", 160-pound senior. Has played 4 different sports in his time at Holy Cross. He played football for 1 season in 2023, picked up 44 receiving yards on 3 catches, played soccer last year, scored a goal, and then also played lacrosse last year as well. 3-ball attempt, no good. And a great third quarter nonetheless. It comes down to the wire, 38-36 after 3. We'll be right back here from Holy Cross. Just didn't plan it. Welcome back. Here from Holy Cross Prep Academy. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call. Ben Wilden is our producer for the evening. 8 minutes to play here in the Holy Cross Showcase. Let's just recap what a day we've had. St. Joe's Hamilton beat Hightstown 74-54 in the opening game. Really great performance by a St. Joe's team that is looking to end the season strong after being disqualified from the NJSIAA playoffs. And then Hightstown at 10-12. Egg Harbor Township with the legendary head coach Joe Kessler beat Morristown 50-47. In the game that we skipped for a break, as there's a shot that goes, we're tied up. But we had Medford Tech and St. John Vianney. St. John Vianney won that game 52-50. Medford Tech made it close at the end, coming back from an 8-point deficit. Here comes Swain, up and in.
Yeah, Chapman really wanted to get some good defense down there on the short corner, but when you got a player that Josh Swain, the way he moves when he's in the air, just so swift and so strong, even, the defying gravity a little bit.
Moving out Boyd. Here comes a corner 3 from Halfpenny, no good. Martino picks up the rebound, 7:10 to play. 2-point lead for Holy Cross. Lenape looking to avoid their 7th loss in 8 games. They're still number 2 in South Jersey Group 3 power points. We highlighted it in the last game, but the top 3 are all teams in the Olympic American. Cherry Hill East 1, Lenape 3, Eastern 2. There's a 3-ball, no good. Offensive rebound, Gerchek. Fires it out. From Banks to Gerchek to Swain. Owens, rather. No, that is Swain, excuse me. 16 points for the forward. Out on the left. Long possession for the Lancers as they get out of a trap set by Lenape.
They've got Gerchek down low. They got Barnes down low on Gerchek. Look at the size difference. They could set something up.
Moving out, Swain. Swain out to the top. Over to the right side.
Get the switch off. Chapman now on the guard.
This is a long possession here.
Yes, it is.
Just never ending. High bounce. High three. Martino gets it back. They'll say he stepped out. And Halfpenny kind of got drilled on the floor. Oh, we're going to call foul here on Halfpenny.
Oh, wow. Oh, really?
I don't agree with that one.
My, oh my.
And Matt Wolf doesn't agree with it either. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Martino just straight up stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Wolf is going to get his 2 cents in, I'll tell you that.
And, you know, rightfully so. I mean, I feel like a good amount of calls. There's a timeout, Holy Cross. I feel like a good amount of calls have really just kind of gone against the Lenape Indians.
Lenape's gotten a lot of bad breaks in this game. They'll talk it over, though, as Marcus Bullock calls a timeout. We'll take a break. 5:36 left in the fourth quarter. Holy Cross 40, Lenape 38. Welcome back to Holy Cross. This broadcast is brought to you by the South Jersey chapter of the National Adult Baseball Association. The top men's baseball league in South Jersey with 20 teams across 4 highly competitive divisions. Registration is open, so visit southjerseynaba.com. 2-point lead for Holy Cross here in the home stretch. 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call. Ben Wilden, our producer, capping off an incredible Sunday afternoon of action. Done 7 games in 2 days. It's been a heavy workload, but we're right back to it on Monday with Northern Burlington and Kip Cooper, 6:30 p.m. tip-off.
Absolutely, that'll be a great game.
And then Holy Spirit Hamilton on Tuesday. Here comes a nice Euro, but a foul. And I'll tell you, Xavier Chapman had the right idea. Going up for the Euro, he was either going to get a shot off or he was going to get fouled. That's what happens with the big men.
Yep.
And ends up picking up the latter, so he'll try to tie this game up with 2 foul shots. Holy Cross will try to intimidate from the other end of the floor, and he misses his first. So Holy Cross will retain the lead, at least for this next possession.
And, you know, Chapman, he hasn't had too much of a really, really big role on the offensive side when it comes to the offensive side for Lenape, but that time draining that free throw, leaving his team only down 1. And
you described it perfectly. That's his first point. Martino not happy about that one.
My.
Lenape ball.
In a game like this, you can only imagine that free throw by Chapman.
That missed free throw, yeah.
Yeah.
With a 1-point game under 5 to play. Moving up. No good. Chapman tried to bring it down. Gerchek finished the job. Now Martino will bring it up again. Moving over to the right. Spinning around again, Martino. Another fire up top. Trying to hang on to it. Gerchek, back turn to the basket. He'll have to turn around. Underhand feed to Swain in the far corner. And again, every possession matters here, and Holy Cross is going to try to extend the play for as long as they can hold on. Swain pulls up, mid-range, just fell flat, and a foul on the offense.
Wow.
Subbing in will be Owens. For the first time in a while, they'll send Banks to the bench.
I was going to point that out too. Obviously, I feel like we haven't seen our number 11 Jordan Owens on the court for Holy Cross in a good amount of time. I can only imagine if he's gearing up to make a game-changing shot, a game-changing decision.
Any of these guys could be the hero for Holy Cross, and any of these guys could be the hero for Lenape if the game swings that way. Barnes can't get the shot to fall. A lot of missed shots on both ends of the floor. I mean, both teams will have to polish this up.
Yes.
For the number 1 and the number 2 seeds in the Burlington County Tournament, set to start next week. Lenape number 1, Holy Cross number 2. Feed inside. Martino to Ganges. Lancers lead by 3.
Chapman didn't watch the back door, and Ganges came right across the paint. He's a big target to hit on the entry pass, and I mean, once he catches it and he's right up, it's hard to guard for not only Lenape but any team.
On the bottom, nothing on the backcourt. Holy Cross is irate. We've got a foul, and Holy Cross cannot believe that there was not a backcourt violation there.
My, oh my, I mean, completely back and forth. I mean, another close game in this showcase. It's a beautiful way to showcase what is good and competitive basketball.
Yeah, I mean, this is passionate basketball. Both teams that are going to compete in their respective brackets. Lenape, the number 2 team in South Jersey Group 4. Let's take a look at those standings for Lenape as Cherry Hill East. They were 17-0. They're now 17-1. Eastern 16-3. Lenape 12-6, and then RV and Cherokee at 11-7. But to be in last place with a record of 11-7, quite impressive. Shot is good. Second shot is good. And it's 42-40. Anybody's game still. Martino almost went down.
Lenape faithful wanted to travel right there on Joe Martino.
Yeah, I don't think they're entirely wrong there. As here goes Swain for 3, too strong, and an offensive foul.
Yeah, great, Dan. I do agree with the referee right there. If you look closely, not away from the ball, but if you do look closely on Ganges right there on the rebound, he gave a push from the back, tried to get the rebound. That was a push-off. We are going the other way. That was a good call right there by the referee.
42-40. It's the 4th foul against Holy Cross. It's their 2nd offensive foul this quarter. Bounce pass. We mentioned we'll be at Kip Cooper Academy in Camden tomorrow for a 6:30 tip versus Northern Burlington, and then Holy Spirit versus Hamilton on Tuesday. Back to the JUCO world on Thursday for Camden County versus RCSJ. That basket's good. Nolan Barnes has tied the game with 2:13 to play. You blink and a minute is off the board.
Absolutely.
When you're this intent on this high quality basketball, it's hard to even grasp the amount of time that has passed as Barnes gets a steal to Chapman. Lenape leads. Xavion Chapman with the scar.
I said it about Jordan Owens checking back into the game, how he could be an impact, but it seems as if Nolan Barnes might be the impact to speak of. He's got a foul.
There's another foul. Not the first and most certainly not the last. As now,
you could instantly contest what I said about the impact of Owens. Barnes has turned it up. Jordan Owens going to the line for these 2 free throws, looking to tie the game right back up for Holy Cross.
Yeah.
A minute and 43 left in the game.
Jordan Owens had a lengthy stay on the bench. He's got 1,068 points in his career. In his career averages 12.5 points per game. Makes his first. This season from the stripe, 60 for 81 going into the game. He's a 74% shooter.
So important to hit these free throws.
Owens' second is also good. And we're tied up again. As we mentioned, Lenape will play the winner of Riverside and Cinnaminson in the first round outside of the play-in of the Burlington County tournament, which is not the BCSL tournament. It's Burlington County as a whole, which includes teams from the Olympic. Here comes a 3 from Chapman. I don't know about that shot.
I don't know either. I mean, he's been the big guy down low for Lenape all night, and they could have got another guy to come out and set a down screen or come around him for a little bit of a hand. Halfpenny. I mean, Halfpenny's had a beautiful day from beyond the arc tonight.
Got a push foul. Matt Wolf disagrees. Now that should be Lenape's fourth.
Because Owens definitely went back court that time, but the push foul came just a little bit before.
Yeah, it's not a matter of what happens, it's a matter of when it happens.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what it was. They're saying the foul came in before the backcourt. Gerchek with a foot inside the line. Up. Oh! Ganges can't get it to go. 1 minute, game tied. Buckle up. We've got a strong finish coming.
My goodness, Dan, he's been there. He's been there all night. I mean, facing.
Oh, we got a timeout for Matt Wolf. Referee was listening closely to wait for Matt Wolf's command to call a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break. 51.6, 44-44 game. Back here after Lenape and Matt Wolf called the timeout. Lenape has 5 games remaining after tonight. They play Morristown on the road on the 3rd. We saw Morristown today. They picked up a loss to Egg Harbor Township. Absegami on Thursday. They're 4-14 this year. And then Cherry Hill East for the second half of that intense Lenape East rivalry, with East now 17-1. That's a 6 o'clock tip on Tuesday the 10th. Then Rancocas Valley on Thursday. Camden Catholic to close it out on Saturday, February 21st. 1 p.m. tip-off in Medford. 40 seconds. Colin Myers to Jaden Boyd to Xavier Chapman. Anyone with the ball can be a hero in a tie game. Number 1 versus number 2 in Burlington County.
Absolutely, but they have to be smart with these passes. I mean,
yeah, they're dancing on a tightrope right now. They've got 17 seconds.
They've held the ball for.
This is Olympic Conference basketball. They're going to hold on until this is over, unless Holy Cross makes them. Ball comes out. Matt Wolf got a timeout off in time.
Wow. That was a beautiful
And Holy
call.
Cross is going to argue that they didn't have clear possession, although Marcus Bullock seems to be not really that upset. It's a full timeout. We'll stay here. I mean, Marcus Bullock kind of had a smile on his face like, yeah, when you're a coach like Matt Wolf, you have split-second precision to call those timeouts. And we once again circle back to, if he had called it a half second later, that ball would have been out. There would have been no chance that that timeout would have been granted. So we've got 8.6 seconds left. Dame, I might take you over for this last call, but your thoughts on this finish so far?
Dan, I have no problem with that. I mean, you being one of the best in the business. I mean, you know.
Hey, don't make it about me. Make it about the game. We've got a great one right now. 44-44.
I mean, my thoughts for this last call. I've seen just in these 32 minutes, I've seen what Matt Wolf has been able to draw for these Lenape Indians, and I believe that, I mean, in or out, shot goes, shot misses. This is the game of basketball. I do not doubt for 1 second in my mind that what he just drew up on this full court, this full court chalkboard right here, it's going to be a good shot. It's just about missing and making.
These two teams could meet in the Burlington County final, but for now they meet in Holy Cross. 5 seconds. Barnes taking his time. He'll go inside. It gets turned over. He lets it fly, and it's off the side of the rim. Overtime. Tristan Ganges got the shot off with tenths of a second to spare from half court. And we are not over yet. These fans yearning for a strong finish will have to wait a little bit longer. Overtime coming up right after this. 4 quarters of basketball was not enough. We've got overtime here at the Holy Cross Preparatory Academy in Delran, New Jersey, just off of Route 130. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call, Ben Wilden, a producer. We thought that it couldn't get better than this. We thought that the shot by Lawrence over West Hampton Tech to beat the buzzer and win the game. They had to readjust them on the tip-off. So we tip again. Chapman beats Swain, and Lenape has the first possession. Overtime is only 4 minutes. Each team gets 1 timeout in addition to what they already have. So for Lenape, they now have 2, and for Holy Cross, they now have 3. Chapman goes up high off the glass. Martino pulls down the rebound, but we have a foul.
I truly believe that time. I truly believe that time that Chapman was just way too deep in the short corner. You know, when you're deep in the short corner, it's a hard, tough time. You just try to get the shot up. You kind of got to go from behind the backboard to under it, and then you add on top of that a 6'7" Tristan Ganges. I mean, it was a really tough shot. I would have just tried to pass it out. You know, the one thing you have to remember as a high school basketball player in this state, boys or girls, you always have to. If you get a rebound, there's always enough time for a second chance.
Holy Cross has the ball. Also remember that fouls carry over from regulation, so both teams have 4, and we could have some very early bonuses for both teams here in the overtime period. Gerchek nods to his teammate Martino, who receives a high pass. Myers guarding. 2 senior guards going at it. Jordan Owens on top of his school's emblem, reading Holy Cross. Owens steps back, keeps it alive. Going back out to the top. Owens gets a screen from Gerchek. He loses it. Owens goes up. Offensive foul. Lenape played it perfectly, and Xavion Chapman drew the charge.
I mean, my, oh my. Like I said, he's really been – he's looking to be a difference maker. He's been heavy on the defensive side when it comes to production here for this Lenape team. And Matt Wolf will let him know that more possessions like that is what needs to be had, especially from your big man. Don't be afraid to play a little bit small and try to take that charge. You don't always need to be big. Sometimes it results in a foul.
So they have the ball where the foul was, but it's Lenape's 5th foul. Yeah, referees are breaking this up because it's not a timeout.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering.
Yeah, no. Listen, that's the referee's job to not give any free timeouts.
Yes.
But unless I'm wrong and an offensive foul doesn't count towards, yeah, maybe it is. I think that's something I've been tripped up on before, but we resume play. We're tied up. Moving up, Barnes, Boyd, back to Barnes. Chapman at the top, back out, open look, Myers, no good on the 3. Comes back down, and Holy Cross will advance. No points have yet been scored in this overtime period. It's the same as it was at the end of regulation. Now another foul. It will be, there's a number 12 on Lenape, there's a number 12 on Holy Cross, and it will be on Lenape's number 12, Colin Myers. 2:27 left in overtime. Swain makes his first. 17 points for Josh Swain.
And a foul that time by Myers. I won't give him too much for trying to play a little bit bigger. When you're guarding the 6'5", Josh Swain, you kind of have to. Swain misses the second.
Swain missed the second shot. It's back over to Boyd. Boyd with a little stutter step. And a foul right in front of the Lenape bench, or no? Timeout called by Matt Wolf.
Man, Matt Wolf has been precise with these timeouts.
He's got those matrix glasses on where he can see into the future and he can bend time and space. Matt Wolf burns a timeout, and so will we. 2:13 left in overtime. Holy Cross leads by 1. 45-44, Holy Cross leads Lenape. We mentioned Lenape's schedule to close out their regular season, as after the foul, we'll line this back up. Holy Cross has 4 games left. They play Pemberton on the 2nd, the 2-16 Pemberton Hornets, then Medford Tech on the 4th, and then the reigning Group 1 state champions Thrive Charter on the 6th, and then Cinnaminson on the 7th. So Holy Cross's regular season ends 2 entire weeks before Lenape's does.
Wow.
Their last regular season game is on the 7th. That is early.
Oh, yeah, that is very
No
early.
games at all during that last week, the 9th to the 12th. Under 2 minutes now. Barnes rolling over the Cross logo. Halfpenny. Chapman passing around the world. Fires inside. Chapman lost it. He's fouled from the back. And Lenape will shoot. And it'll be Xavier Chapman to take 2. Xavier Chapman for Lenape. The big man down low. 6'5", the junior. Only 13 for 15. So he's only missed 2 foul shots, but he hasn't taken that many foul shots. Chapman makes his first. Let's take a look at Holy Cross's standings in the BCSL Liberty. They lead by overall record. Thrive is 1 game below them at 13-3. And then you've got West Hampton Tech, who we saw earlier today, as he misses. And then the bottom 3, Cinnaminson, Medford Tech, and Pemberton. So Xavier Chapman made 1, missed the other. We're tied up at 45. Gerchek, minute 30.
Back to a tie game. What's going to be asked for the last minute 25 of both these basketball teams?
This game could never end. This game could go on forever.
Absolutely.
Minute 15. Martino taking his time. Feeds it to Swain at the top of the key. Back to the basket. Martino has it. Once again, playing a very slow offense. And again, Lenape, if they want to get this ball back, they got to pressure them.
They have to.
They're holding on here. Lenape does have a few timeouts. Holy Cross has a few. And they use one. Again, that's a great way to reset it. No intention at any point of shooting the ball. 55 seconds left in overtime. We're tied up. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break, 45-45. Standing room only here at Holy Cross for the nightcap of the Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Matt Wolf looking on eagerly as Marcus Bullock burned a timeout. 55 seconds left in overtime. I say overtime. It could be the first of many overtimes here
Quite honestly,
at Holy
right?
Cross.
Man, oh man.
Hey, it's the last game of the night. They don't have to wait for anybody. They don't have to hurry up for anybody. These are the last 2 teams to take the floor, and one of them is the owner of the floor in the Lancers. 45 seconds. Martino taking his time. How about a non-Olympic team using an Olympic conference method and taking advantage of no shot clock? Kind of a taste of their own medicine. 30 seconds. Martino's going to hold on to this one until the end of time.
Yep.
21.
Marcus Bullock wants another timeout.
And he'll call another one. That's exactly what he wanted. 35 seconds were burned, 0 passes were made, and 0 shots were attempted. That's exactly how they like it. It's another full. We'll take one more break. It'll be our last of the quarter. 45-45, 19 seconds. Marcus Bullock burned another timeout. He has one remaining. Actually, he might have two remaining. He just signaled to the scorers table. Question is, does he use it all?
Yeah,
19 seconds.
He's making sure he has them just in case he wants to.
And keep in mind, timeouts do carry over into the next overtime in addition to an extra one. Gerchek behind the half-court line. He feeds it to Martino, backpedaling. They'll have to advance. 15 seconds.
Got to get across.
Yeah, they'll have to get across quickly here. Martino crosses up Barnes. 8 seconds. Swain spinning around. Swain has an open look with 4. Got it! Got it! Josh Swain! Timeout! 6/10.
Oh, my goodness.
Josh Swain electrifies the crowd and the players in what has been a fantastic Sunday. No better way to cap it. Don't start the buses yet.
Do not start the buses yet.
Do not. Well, to be fair, it's 10 degrees outside. They may have to start the buses no matter what to keep the engine warm.
you know what, Dan? I didn't think about that.
There's your replay. There's your replay. That's the shot of the game presented by Dog Pro Wrestling, because sometimes you only get one shot. And that's exactly what Josh Swain did. They held on to the ball for over a minute. Marcus Bullock took 2 timeouts, and now it'll take a miracle. Holy Cross hounding the Lenape shooter, or the inbounder, in Myers. They've got 6/10. Crazier things have happened with Genghis guarding. They'll have to get a shot off quickly. It gets botted away, and it goes out of bounds. Holy Cross ball. They did put 2 seconds on the clock, so we have 1.1. Ball came out, and Lenape looks like that they could continue their slide down, and Marcus Bullock calls a timeout. Listen to this crowd. Wow. 1.1.
You know, Dan, I'm at a complete loss for words that time. I mean, the defense by Danks on Boyd, just able to just get him, frustrated, and a player like Jaden Boyd for Lenape, he's been frustrated by the student section, having to guard a 6'7" forward down low all game, and
he's had his work cut out for him.
He definitely has. He definitely has, and it's all come to a head right there.
Some folks are leaving. Holy Cross is giving them a wave, and I'm sure are giving them their best wishes. 1.1 seconds. Again, crazier things have happened, but Holy Cross has the ball. Lenape has to hound Holy Cross's inbounder here, and their best case is a 5-second violation. Gerchek will inbound. They actually have to clear the space because there's people standing behind him. Can he let it go? He does. Lenape can't get it out, and Holy Cross has won on their home floor to complete the showcase weekend. $47-45 in overtime. Nothing better than fantastic. As Holy Cross in overtime. Lenape only scored 1 point in overtime. Holy Cross only scored 3 in 4 minutes. But it doesn't matter, because that was incredible. And Joey Martino meets his teammates and his classmates. He ripped off his jersey. Nothing but cinematic for the Lancers.
Everybody hyped for Holy Cross. I mean, just what a basketball game that was.
Wow. I mean,
that was amazing. That was amazing.
You don't get much better than that. Josh Swain, with under a second left, hits the shot. But now this turns over to the fact that Holy Cross is 14-4, and the Indians have now lost 5 of their last 6 after starting the year 9-0. I mean, when I saw that half-court shot by Kingston Williams, the great ladies and gentlemen over at Lenape District TV, LDTV, captured that game. And Kingston Williams hit the half-court shot, and I'm like, wow, that's a great upset. But then they lost to East, and I'm like, well, this is going to be interesting. And after 4 straight losses, Camden by 3, Kingsway by 3, Eastern by 5, and Cherokee by 7, all of those single-digit losses, winnable games. Lenape had a lead, and unfortunately, it slips away from them once again.
Yes, it does. And single-digit losses are just something that can really be heavy on the heart. And another single-digit loss for the Indians once again. The big thing about Matt Wolf and his squad, you really just gotta preach keeping your head up high and being able to turn things around. You're going into county tournament play, and right after that, I wouldn't even say you're gearing up for group state tournament play because you're almost thrown into it.
Yeah. And both of these teams, again, they're the top 2 seeds in the Burlington County tournament. Lenape 1, they'll face the winner of Riverside and Cinnaminson, and then Holy Cross 2, they'll face the winner of Medford Tech or Pemberton. Both teams in the BCSL that they very much played before. But these 2 teams could be at a head again in late February in county tournament play, and it only makes me all the more excited to want to see these 2 teams face off again, because Lenape, again, given their recent struggles, with that being said, they are still so good.
A very good basketball team.
Barnes is such a great scorer inside. Halfpenny, a great shooter. Dante Diaz, a great offensive asset off the bench. It goes on. In addition to the fact that Matt Wolf is a great head coach. 20-10 last year, 26-4 in 2023. This team has been good for a long time, just like Cherry Hill East has been good for a long time. There are programs that have established legacies, dynasties, programs that from generation to generation, your grandfather will tell your father, will tell you that this team has always been good and it will always be that way. And it's exactly how this Lenape team is. And despite their recent struggles, they're still 12-7, and that early season surge could still be what gives them a high seed in South Jersey Group 4.
Absolutely. It could be the push, the success that they've had earlier on in the season, like you said. It could be the push that gives them the success to have in those Group 4 playoffs. But Group 4 playoffs, in my opinion, probably one of the hardest groups in the state. If you want to talk about strictly public basketball, it's really hard to overcome, nonetheless, in South Jersey at that.
That's a great point, Dame, but a great win for Holy Cross nonetheless. A cinematic ending to a fantastic weekend. Of course, we had some great games. 4 of the 5 games came down to the final few minutes. Holy Spirit won by 8, but Egg Harbor won in the last 30 seconds over Morristown. Lawrence won on a buzzer beater over West Hampton Tech, and Holy Cross wins over Lenape with .6 to play on Josh Swain's pull-up from the paint. What a weekend. I'd like to thank Sam Goldberg, Chase Parson, and Javier Harris for joining me in the first half of today's festivities. They both did a great job. Javier did basketball play-by-play for the first time. He sounded fantastic. And again, big thanks to Sam Goldberg for coming out for the one game as well, along with Chase Parson for coming out for games 2 and 3. But from our entire crew here on the nightcap of the Holy Cross Showcase, from our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Giannotti, my producer, Ben Wilden, my color commentator, Damian Waiters. I'm Dan Wilkins. The stream didn't start how we wanted it to, but it cleaned up just in time for a thrilling finish. The final score, Holy Cross 47, Lenape 45. I'm going to go drink some hot tea, and we'll see you tomorrow in North Camden, Northern Burlington versus Kip Cooper. Have a good one, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.